So obviously, this past Monday and past weekend was the Final Four and championship. UConn Huskies did get their fifth national title in program history. As Lakers fan or Syracuse fans, we are not happy about that because of a former rivalry. At least I'm not. I'm not sure about your guys' takes on it, but what do you guys think about their championship and the Final Four and championship as a whole?
I really thought Miami was going to come back against UConn. At one point, they brought it to like within eight.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing I know, I looked back at the TV and the game was over. But that was tough because I was cheering for Miami.
Same. I wanted both
Uh,
Florida teams.
uh, and then FAU lost. That was my other pick. Tough. I'm not happy about UConn winning at all. Like, congrats to them.
Yeah,
But
congratulations.
should have been FAU.
Gio, what do you guys say about it?
So yes, as a Syracuse fan, rivalry, right? You don't want to see them win. But on the aspect of, I'm a big supporter of the Big East. They are the beast in the East, right? And for one of those teams, I don't care if it's them, I don't care if it's Villanova, right? For them to show their dominance, right, still in the tournament, I like to see that, especially since we had so many Big East teams. I feel like in the tournament this year, right, and probably more to come, especially with Rick Pitino taking over at St. John's, right? Then you got Seton Hall players coming back. You have great, probably the Big East is going to be a great conference next year.
For sure.
So to see UConn go ahead and I would say shock the world, right, and win the tournament, I think that was amazing, especially for the Big East. But then again, I'm not really too sure. I didn't really have the trust in Miami, right?
Yeah, no, me either.
Especially since a Syracuse team did come so close earlier in the season, right, to beating them
Yeah.
and should have beat them if we're being honest.
Yeah.
So for that to happen, I really believe that UConn should have won that, and I'm glad they won that, especially for their players. I'm glad I forget his name, but he won the tournament.
Adama Sanogo.
Yep, he's a great player, big body, right? Love to see him
Hmm.
win, and not really sure about Hurley as a coach. I
I
think
think he's a great coach personally,
I just do. He's just so vocalized, right? He's so vocal.
which is what you're supposed to be as a coach.
I just feel like he's over vocal though, in a way. Like I feel like Jim Boeheim is perfect amount, right?
No, I think he needs more.
No, like Jim Boeheim, like as we know Jim Boeheim. You know what I'm saying?
Like Hall of Fame Jim Boeheim or these past
Right,
5 years.
right. No, Hall of Fame Jim Boeheim
Okay.
was perfect vocalization. I felt like he yelled at the right point in time. I just feel like Hurley's yelling at all the time, whereas I feel like Bob Hurley, his brother, really not as vocal as the Hurley at UConn.
Hey man, it worked though. They got the chip.
It sure worked, right? But I feel like when you're in a blowout situation, you don't need to be yelling at your players as much. You can tone it down a little bit.
That's true, but I mean, as much as I hate to say it, UConn did deserve that championship. They were the best
Right.
team in the tournament by far. Winning every game they played by double digits is
Mhm.
crazy, and they definitely deserved it. As much as I hate to say it,
For sure.
but go ahead.
Well,
Oh no, you want to say something?
uh, no,
All right.
but
Um,
you know what I was about to say.
yeah. Moving on to the NFL. Uh, Obviously we've been saying how the Ravens need to sign Lamar Jackson, and Lamar has had enough and requested a trade, and it's not looking like the Ravens are gonna, grant that permission yet, but they are going to look at quarterbacks in the draft. So it's looking like it's going to be a mutual parting. So what are you guys' thoughts on this whole situation for the Ravens?
It's a extremely tough spot to be in because Lamar Jackson is a phenomenal quarterback, to say the least.
100%.
and there's been many flops in drafts on quarterbacks.
Hmm.
Um, um, I personally like ideally they're gonna trade for a top 3 pick for Lamar,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I see any of those teams actually doing it.
I mean, as of right now, the teams are afraid because of his durability issues. So it's not looking good.
Do you think they try to take like Will Levis later in the first round?
I think they have to because if Lamar's not coming back, what are your options? Tyler Huntley? Like
Hey, he a dog, bro.
he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win them games.
The Steelers
So,
might make the playoffs.
bro, Steelers are gonna make the playoffs. It's literally them and the Bengals. I'm not worried about the Browns over there.
Gio, what you think, bro?
So just like you said, Nick, we've seen a lot of buzz in the draft. And as a person who knows I'd rather ride with a quarterback that I know can perform well than roll the dice on someone who I could possibly take a chance on and have them fail, right? Lamar Jackson knows how to perform in the NFL, right, at an elite level. The unfortunate thing is he doesn't know how to win in the postseason so often, right? He can't. How many times has he been in the conference championship? None.
None. He can't
Right,
get past
exactly.
the first round, I think.
Exactly. So for him to do that in the postseason, I see that as why a team should shy away from him, right?
Not teams like the Falcons and them that are because they have no quarterback.
Where's Marcus Mariota?
Don't put him in the same sense as Lamar Jackson ever again.
I'm still saying I'm no. He's a quarterback that is able to play.
He can't win them games.
It's almost 32.
He can't win them. They're not even going to play him. They're starting Desmond Ritter.
Right. Give him a chance as well. He was projected to do well.
No,
When he
bro.
was at Oklahoma, he was projected to do great.
Bro,
Great things in the NFL.
Lamar is 10 times better.
Would you rather have a team make it to the playoffs, or would you rather have a team win a Super Bowl?
Win a Super Bowl. And Lamar gives him the best chance to do that, even though he can't win in the playoffs.
Right, he can't win in the playoffs. So why would you take him?
Because Ritter won't get them to the playoffs.
Why would you do that then? Why would you trade for Lamar Jackson and be mediocre when obviously I know I just
Because you'll be better off with Lamar than you will be with Ritter.
why not take the chance?
Because Ritter's not going to do anything. I can tell you that. Compared to what Lamar would do for them, he's not going to do anything.
He's gonna win them regular season games.
No, he won't. Their ceiling is
I'm saying Lamar.
okay.
When regular
Lamar,
season
yeah.
games, that is it. I'd rather have a quarterback where who knows what he can do, right? Like Ritter, and see what he can do in the playoffs. 1 year, give him a chance, right?
He's not going to get him to the playoffs
Why would Lamar also stay in an organization like the Falcons?
because they'll respect him and give him the money he deserves.
And it'll be in the NFC
Exactly.
where he doesn't have to face Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes,
Josh Allen.
Right. And the whole
Tua
gauntlet.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Not Josh Allen. Josh Allen's an easy dub.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Skylar
but
Thompson must be them.
at the same time, what would he rather want to win a Super Bowl too? I don't see Atlanta winning a Super Bowl in the near future.
No, but Lamar would push them to like at least the point of it.
So that's the thing. Would you want to be Carmelo Anthony and take the bag in Denver? Which he did instead of taking the championship.
True,
Someone
but I mean, I think at this point he wants the money, and that's why he's leaving or trying to leave.
So if that's the case, then go right ahead and have him do whatever he wants to do.
But it's not up to him though. The Falcons say they don't want him, and every team basically is
As
saying
he
that.
should. No one should want Lamar Jackson. No
You
one
take
should want him.
I think that's crazy because there's like at least 10 teams that need a quarterback, and Lamar
We
could
would take him
be
for a fourth.
a great fit. What's
He'd
that?
be a backup. Huh?
What'd you say?
We would take him for a 4th round pick. He
Good.
could be Tua's backup.
You guys got guys, so I think he'd be
True.
third. So
He could be the third string.
yeah, he'd be third. So, but anyways, right? When have we seen a legit running quarterback, win a Super Bowl?
I mean, we haven't seen him win, but we've seen Cam Newton succeed.
But
Bro, even last year, Jalen Hurts.
Exactly.
but he did not win a Super Bowl.
Okay, but they got there. That's all that matters.
How did Kansas City win that game, sir?
Patrick Mahomes.
They
Running.
run play.
But I'm saying he's a pass first kind of guy though.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts can pass too.
But he's more of a run quarterback. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a run first, then pass. Patrick Mahomes is a pass first, then run.
Facts. What Gio's trying to say is like there's run plays designed for Jalen Hurts,
Right.
Yeah.
where there is absolutely zero situation about Patty Mahomes running unless he escapes the pocket.
Speak the truth. Yes, exactly. And my whole thing is we haven't seen a run quarterback win the Super Bowl. And for you to say, Jake, that just to get to the Super Bowl is enough, you have to win it. No one remembers the losers of the Super Bowl. Unless you're the Falcons who blew a 25-point lead.
True. That's fair.
Thanks.
But I think for the Falcons, if they got to the Super Bowl, it would be successful even if they lose.
For sure, it would be a great upturn in their franchise, right? But at the same time, if you make it to the Super Bowl, you're expected to win it, right? And even if you lose one year, you're supposed to get back there another year and win it.
True.
So that just has to happen, and I think Lamar's got to adapt, and I think he's got to improve his game just a little bit more, especially in the passing game.
He's not a terrible passer though.
No,
He's not terrible, but I think he's got to get better.
Bigger threat running the ball.
Right.
Because like he dotted up Miami last year.
Right.
Bro, he was dotting up like the Bills too.
Like, but that could be because teams are more focused on his run game and scrambling rather than.
And that's why I do believe Jalen is so deadly because his passing game did improve so much, right, in the past season. But at the same time, he is a run-first quarterback, right? And you do have to be careful about that. So, and
AJ Brown was massive too.
right, exactly. AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. So
True. We'll see what happens, but I think the Ravens got to give him the bag because if they don't get him back, they're gonna be dead in the water.
I don't know why the Jets huh?
No, I was going to say Coach who's the coach again?
Harbaugh?
Joe Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Harbaugh, you know,
John.
is it John? John, yeah. Okay. It starts with J. So anyway, John Harbaugh, he wants I know he wants Lamar as his quarterback, right? I think they have a great connection. But at the same time, do you think John will still want to coach the Ravens after so long with especially after Flacco, knowing the rebuilding period and then having Lamar and then you're gonna have to rebuild again?
Yeah, I don't think if they lose Lamar, he'll be there much longer.
Right.
And that's just gonna put them more dead in the water than they already will be.
Exactly.
You would be a great assistant coach to Mike McDaniel.
My goodness. My goodness.
They out here recruiting.
Not legally.
Now you tampering.
But what were you gonna say with the Jets?
I don't know why the Jets don't pursue Lamar.
Because they basically locked in for Rodgers and the Packers just aren't contemplating
Right.
what they want.
But Lamar's a quarterback that they can have for years rather than 2, 3 maximum.
True. That's true. I didn't think about that.
Is it because of like how much they'd have to give up? I don't really know.
I mean, they have to give up a lot for Rodgers right now too, though.
I don't think so. I don't think it's as much as you think. I think
That's why it's taken so long because the Packers are the Jets are saying they're asking for the house.
But didn't the general manager just state how he'd be fine with a minimal package?
No, he wants like a player and like a few first round picks.
It's because the Packers have all the leverage.
Say I tried a little handoff or a cliffhanger, but it backfired. He's the one who got it. Continue what you were saying before, you got cut off.
I think the Packers have all the leverage in the trade situation,
I agree, yeah.
only because the Jets entirely are devoted to having Aaron Rodgers.
100%. And they're pretty much giving Rodgers whatever he wants to get him there.
Like if they at least like had the leverage of potentially Derek Carr when he was still free agent, or the leverage of a Lamar Jackson, then the Packers would have to settle for a lesser deal. Instead, they're entirely devoted to where they set a price to where the Jets have to comply.
Yeah, that's true. And apparently, obviously, the Jets aren't liking it. But I mean, if you really want Rodgers, you're gonna have to give up more than you want.
It's legit.
And like, I don't know. I feel like Jackson, honestly, based off your point, that would be a better fit because they could have him for so many more years than they're gonna have Rodgers.
And he's like a dual threat quarterback where he can throw the ball a little bit and he can escape the pocket and run.
Right, exactly.
Like imagine Brees Hall in the backfield with Lamar on read on like options.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Like that would be terrible.
That would be for defenses. Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
Gio, what do you gotta say about it?
I personally, I know Aaron Rodgers had success winning a Super Bowl. If your only goal and objective is to win one Super Bowl, then obviously I would go with Aaron Rodgers, who would be a bigger ticket in New York, right, or New Jersey, wherever, right?
Right.
Would be Aaron Rodgers. So for me, that would be the case. Why I would want him is because he's probably a better box office, player, I would say,
That's
in a
true.
way. But Lamar Jackson obviously has his youth still. He can adapt and improve his game a little bit more. He can possibly win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying he can't, but he can. There's always that chance where he does come out as a better player and can win a Super Bowl. So, I would just take the Lamar deal. I would say, you know what, if you're Green Bay, you don't want to take our deal. Fine, we got our same exact deal for Lamar and take that, and then Aaron's stuck in Green Bay.
Yeah, I think it's honestly a good backup plan. If they haven't thought about it, it would be a good black backup plan for that for the Jets. But um I I feel like yeah, Rodgers, if they're trying to win, which I think they are, Rodgers is definitely Rodgers is definitely the best option. So
Right.
they should try to trade for him. But if the Packers don't start, contemplating what the Jets want to give up
Mhm.
and don't want to give up, I think it's gonna have to be time to move on and maybe go after Lamar.
Right.
Because like this has been going on for a month and nothing's come out.
Exactly. And if what is really the objective of the Jets organization, right? We have to question that. Because they can just keep Zach Wilson.
Right. I mean,
Right.
I think their objective is to win a Super Bowl, like you said.
Right, right. But at the end of the day, they can also keep Zach Wilson and they know he can win, right? Enough to possibly get to the playoffs. So
True.
all just to lose to Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow or Tua Tagovailoa
well, we all know it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
in like the first round, second round.
Right. And then it's gonna be a great conference championship between
Tua
Miami,
Tagovailoa.
and Patrick Mahomes. Because that defense they got now, that offense, it's just crazy, honestly, on paper.
And Tua's just that quarterback. He's that guy, bro. Honestly, he started taking judo. He's not gonna
Right.
get concussed this year.
I hope not.
And he's gonna be the MVP and Super Bowl MVP.
We will see about that. But speaking about MVPs, do you think if Lamar Jackson gets one more MVP, he's Hall of Fame bound?
I guess. it's like yeah, I think so actually. I think he's broken too many quarterback rushing records,
Mhm.
and then having that second MVP, I think he's locked in.
Right. That's what I have in my mind too.
But like, he'd be the worst quarterback to make the Hall of Fame, I'd say,
You think so?
because he's a great player,
Mhm.
but Hall of Fame worthy is kind of
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if just one more MVP would do it for me. I think he needs to win in the playoffs before I say, yeah, now you're Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
I just think they're gonna take the rushing records into account.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's probably true.
And it's like, oh, why isn't he a running back?
Exactly.
I
Crazy.
understand that.
But we'll see what happens with the whole Jets and Ravens situation. There's also another situation going on in LA where, Sale loves the Chargers, but it's looking like Austin Eckler wants out of there. What are you guys' thoughts on that situation as well?
Let him go.
Let him go
Trade him somewhere else.
for what?
I'll let
Another
you
running
go.
back?
Huh?
For another running back?
Nah, I would say draft capital or more depth in the defense.
That's fair. You think they're good at running back if they do that though?
I think the Chargers are a big reason why Eckler was so good.
You think so?
Yeah, Justin Herbert's a very good quarterback,
Yes, he
Mhm.
is.
to where Eckler was very effective in the pass game.
That is true.
And then the run game, he was good, but unless he goes to a team that has a good quarterback, I don't see him being productive.
Not even as a runner.
He's just small.
I don't know. I think he's underrated. I think he'd be a good fit wherever he went.
You said underrated?
Yeah,
Like I'm underrating him or like overall?
just overall.
Oh, you wild.
I think we've seen this story play out before though,
What you mean?
where a disgruntled running back on the Chargers, then he gets traded, and we forget his name. I don't remember the name. Is it Gurley or is it who was the running back that wanted out?
What are you talking about?
It was on the Chargers,
Former Charger?
former Charger.
You're not talking about LaDainian and Tomlinson, are you?
Yeah, right.
No,
Oh, Melvin and Gordon.
Oh,
Melvin.
Melvin
Yeah,
Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon
Exactly.
wasn't to me. Melvin Gordon was never really that good on the Chargers.
Nah, he had 1 year where he was him,
Yeah,
bro.
the year
He was
before
one.
he
He
went
one
out.
year, yeah, but not
The year
like
before he
Eckler where
went
he
out.
was consistent.
And you're telling me this is
Eckler
the
did
exact
take his
same
spot.
thing?
Huh? What's up, Saya?
Oh, Eckler did take his spot, I think, right?
I think so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they were like dual backs and then
Yeah.
Melvin went it out.
I'm just telling you, you got to appreciate where you're at because you're in a perfect spot right now. Yeah, he's all upset about the contract. He seems disrespected. He's not getting the bag. All right. Are you a top 3 running back in the league?
Jake, would you say yes?
No, I'd say he's top 10.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I'd say that.
So you do not deserve a top 3 running back bag until you show us that.
Well, he doesn't want that. He wants like 4 years, 60 million. I think he deserves that.
It's like 15K each. For I think he's got to be more of a team player.
Okay.
But if you look
Take
at
a
it,
pay cut.
if you look at it though, running backs always get money. For some reason, it's like the highest paid position in the league outside of
It's
quarterback.
because of how little their careers are, right? How
Right.
short their careers are.
If you look at Zeke, well,
Right.
he had a great, what, 5 years, and then
I'd say he had 4 decent years, 1 great year.
Right. Which was obviously his first year.
he had 4 great years, if we're being honest.
No, no.
Yes.
I think Tony
Four
Pollard that
great years
guy.
is a stretch.
He had great years. His first 4 were great. At least first 3.
If you want to say that, then like Le'Veon Bell's whole career was great. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, it was.
No,
Before he
it
left
was
the Steelers.
Yeah, before he left the Steelers, and then it was pitiful. It was pitiful on the Jets,
Well, that was his fault, though.
on the Chiefs.
If we're being
he's
honest,
got a
that's
ring
his
with them.
fault. What?
He's got a ring with them.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways, we're getting off topic. This is about Eckler. We're talking about Eckler right now and why he doesn't deserve the bag, right? To me, like Nick said, he's got to be more of a team player. They're trying to win a Super Bowl here, right? Obviously, he won $60 million. That's not a lot, according to, but it depends on where they are on the salary cap and who they're trying to get. Obviously, if they're trying to get someone else, like maybe an OBJ or something like that, who knows?
They're not trying to get anyone, in my opinion. They would have done it by now.
Amen.
OBJ is either going to the Rams or the Jets. That's the way I look at it.
Okay. And I
Bro,
see that too.
He'd be so dumb to go to New York, bro.
Why?
He's not going to sign there unless they get Rodgers.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And
All
right
right,
now,
keep going. Keep going, Gio. What's up?
But anyways, I just think Eckler, he needs to step it back a little bit, but at the same time, the front office does need to accommodate his request to a minimum, right? And be like, okay, here's the guaranteed money, and then here is everything else if you produce these kind of stats, right?
True.
So
I don't know. I feel like he deserves to get paid. That's just me, though.
with what
I think they'd
y'all were
be.
saying,
I think they'd be wrong to let him go.
I'd agree with that though.
Yeah,
As much as I was saying, like if he went elsewhere, he wouldn't be as productive.
right.
I think the Chargers make him a top 10 running back.
Mm.
But I also think he is like the perfect fit running back for the Chargers.
Exactly.
Right. He makes them contenders and they make him great.
Yeah,
Right.
so they gotta try me in the middle.
Right.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Otherwise, where would he even go though?
Where would he go? That's a good question, to be honest, because like most teams already have running backs. If we think about it,
Or
Cowboys need a first option.
nah. Tony Pollard's the
Pollard's
first
I think,
option.
bro.
Pollard is him.
All right, we'll see.
The Steelers could use a running back.
Yeah, Steelers definitely.
Yeah, you think so?
No, we would take an Austin Eckler. He would fit in Miami system nicely.
Okay, yeah, no, y'all could use him. I'm not gonna lie, because like there's no like one running back that's
Right.
the starter.
Mm-hmm.
We got Raheem. He's back.
No, I know.
Jeff
Like,
Wilson Jr. is
like
back.
they all can start those. The thing.
We're about to get Chestnut.
But do you guys really have like a definitive, starter where Eckler could be like, okay, that's definitive. He should be the number one guy.
Miami.
Yeah,
No, they don't.
He would be
exactly.
the number one guy.
Uh-huh.
Eckler would be the number one
Yeah,
guy.
exactly. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Steelers have Najee. We don't need nobody.
Well,
We just need an offensive line.
Yeah,
Then let them run, man. Let the
need an
horse
O-line.
run.
I'm not gonna lie.
honestly, I'd take Raheem Mostert over Najee Harris.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I take Tony Pollard.
No.
Yes, bro.
Over Najee?
Yes.
If
Based off
Najee?
last season, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, based off of last season, of course. We didn't have an offensive line. We didn't have an O-line. If Najee had the Cowboys O-line last year, it would be over. It would be Saquon and him in the top debate.
We'll see what happens.
Hey, come on now.
Well,
You saying Saquon's running away with the best running back in the league?
Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league.
There's someone out in Las Vegas, I think they play.
Yes, I know Josh Jacobs, but he's not the best running back in the league.
I'm thinking of someone down in Tennessee.
He's a top 3 running back. Yes, and then you also got D. Henry. Yes, you do. Those are the top 3 right now. But I'm saying you give Najee Harris an O-line, he's going to produce Saquon Barkley numbers.
I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll show you.
I think you sleeping on someone else to the
Who is it?
Who else are we talking about?
Miles Gaskins. Straight out of the 305. Okay, apologies, but yeah.
But yeah, that was a little bit disrespectful, I would say, to Derrick Henry, right? Because he has been, he was in the MVP conversation for a reason. But I would take Saquon as a better running back for sure.
I don't know, bro. Rookie Saquon, yeah. These past few Saquons,
Why what was the reason for them making the playoffs this year? It sure wasn't Danny Dimes.
His rookie
actually,
was
it
bad.
was. He made
It's Saquon
weapons out of
Barkley.
nobody.
That's the white Mike Vick right there, bro.
He made weapons out of nobody. What do you mean it wasn't him?
I'm sorry.
He made weapons out of nobody.
Um,
I'm not
no,
gonna lie, Say you said that a little too fast.
What?
You said it a little too fast.
Fast? What you mean?
I'm not
That's
repeating
what
it.
people were calling him. I got that nickname from the media.
I'm just saying, bro. You said it a little too fast.
The media gave it to him, not me, bro.
is it the new media?
Uh, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Um,
All right. Anyways, getting back on topic.
I feel like Saquon Barkley was the main reason, yes, but Danny Dimes is the main reason in the playoffs.
I think Danny Dimes was the main reason all year, personally.
I think Saquon carried them the entire year.
Carrying is crazy. Danny had
It
no
was,
weapons and made weapons out of nobody.
it was because of Saquon Barkley he was able to do that. He relieved the
Oh,
pressure off of Danny Dimes.
no.
They both helped each other out.
They sure did, and they're both
But
great. And I love Danny Dimes, no doubt about it.
Go ahead, Zaya.
but it took Danny Dimes to elevate his game to get them to the playoffs, I think.
Yes, I agree.
And Saquon does get credit, some credit for Danny Dimes' game being elevated.
Exactly. Okay, I agree with that.
But I still don't think that he's the best running back in the league. He's top 3, though. I'll give you that.
Maybe top 5. There's someone out in Cincinnati that's pretty nasty too.
Joe Mixon's top 5. He's not top 3.
I'm trying to
You
think of
think
like
Mixon is
NFC.
better than Jacobs and Derrick Henry?
Who?
Zaya? Or me?
Yes. Yeah,
Saya?
Yeah,
Who?
you understand.
Wait, who?
Do you think Mixon is better than Jacobs and Henry? Is what
No,
he's saying.
So
Okay,
you're
so
saying he's number 3.
potentially. I can't think of NFC running backs right now.
I think I don't know.
He's a lot closer than y'all give him credit for. Come on now.
I
I
don't think
think
so.
Pollard is in the same range as Mixon.
No, that is crazy out of the pocket.
I
Hold
don't
on.
with the usage rate as Mixon had, right? Compared to Pollard, I think if Pollard had the same usage rate, that they would produce the same numbers right around there.
No, that's crazy, bro. Bro, Joe Mixon would. It's just that Joe Burrow
Yeah.
throws the ball more. Otherwise,
Okay.
Joe Mixon would be getting the touches that Saquon Barkley gets,
Okay, so
that
I guess
Derrick Henry gets.
it's
It's not,
game help game, right?
except for when you have a top 3 quarterback in the league. Then you're going to allow him to throw the ball more.
Right. So game helps game where Joe Burrow allows the holes to be created for Mixon.
Correct. But
Okay.
when you have Joe Burrow and not Danny Dimes, you're not going to run the ball 2 out of 3 downs every drive.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's why, and that's also why I figured why Saquon did carry the team this year. Because they did do that the whole year.
Nick Chubb, top 3 running back.
Nick Chubb, top 5 running back.
No, No. Top three.
Henry, Jacobs, Chubb.
Chubb is better than Jacobs.
No.
Yes. Yes.
And both of them are better than Saquon.
I can see the argument for Jacobs. And I can see the argument for Chubb too. They're all phenomenal. They're all in their own category. I personally just have Saquon ahead of them.
I don't know. I don't see
It's
him being
all
the best
opinion
in the
based.
league, but I mean, it's a tight race for sure.
Jonathan Taylor too.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
was going to bring him up again, but he had a horrible year this year though.
Yeah, it wasn't great,
But I mean, if we're talking about all lines, he had one of the worst in the league. So,
Sure did.
but I don't know. I just don't have Saquon, but it's definitely a tight race, and you could name a bunch of running backs in the top three, to be honest.
Christian McCaffrey.
That's CMC, man.
Bro, the NFC has terrible running backs. You feel me? The AFC has so much more star power than the NFC in terms of the
Oh, it's
running back
ridiculous.
position.
That's why everyone should go to the NFC. That's why Aaron Rodgers should stay because it's so easy.
No,
You
he's
got
saying,
like my
is he? Are you saying the AFC running backs are better?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
the NFC's got like Miles Sanders, Tony Pollard,
CMC.
Saquon,
Yeah, that's four.
Brian Robinson,
Okay.
Dalvin Cook,
Uh-huh.
DeAndre Swift now that Jamal Williams left.
Yeah.
Who's the Packers starting running back? It's not AJ Dillon, right?
Aaron
He's their
Jones.
back. One more time.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. I don't know why his name was blanking from my mind, bro. And then the Bears running back.
Okay, the Bears just they don't have a really good running back. There's no like dominant starter. David Montgomery left.
Yeah.
So
Buccaneers was Fournette. He's gone.
yeah, exactly.
Panthers. Uh,
It's
Deontay
Chuba Hubbard.
Hubbard. Yeah. Saints. Alvin Kamara. That's a good running back. Um, Falcons.
No, there's no one there.
C-Mac. Kenneth Walker.
Yes.
Is Cam Akers still the running back in LA?
I think so.
Cam Akers, and then bro, I'm thinking about the Cardinals running back, but I can only think of Josh Jacobs.
James Conner.
James Conner.
Yeah.
Those are all the NFC running backs. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You ready for the AFC?
Go ahead.
Buffalo. Singletary left,
There's really no running back there.
so it's like James Cook or not
Yeah.
James Cook, but no, yeah, James Cook.
It is James Cook.
For some reason, bro, him and Dalvin are gonna confuse me for years. Miami, Raheem.
Okay.
Patriots, you got Stevenson.
Okay. NFC is still better so far.
He's on like the same level as Kenneth Walker, if not a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall
Yes.
having a good year. Joe Mixon.
Chubb.
Nick Chubb, right? You also got Melvin Gordon. Obviously, he left, but Melvin Gordon,
He washed.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, Travis Etienne,
Derrick Henry. JT.
Derrick Henry, Jacobs.
I don't know. The Texans didn't have anybody. So
Texans, yeah, there's
who's the Ravens running back, bro?
bro, they don't even have it's like Gus Edwards.
All
Don't
I could
forget
think
about
about was
Kareem
Mark
Hunt,
Ingram the second.
Oh, J.K. Dobbins too, if he's healthy.
J.K. Dobbins. Just the AFC star power is ridiculous.
Isaac Pacheco.
Way more ridiculous than the NFC.
I don't know. I think it's closer than you guys are saying.
No,
Eckler.
it's not even close.
I think it's
Josh
close, bro.
Jacobs. No, it is closer now that we like ran through everything that I was originally thinking, but I still think the AFC's better.
I don't know. I think it's tight, to be honest.
It's close.
Not just running backs. You're saying NFC is tighter than to the AFC?
No, I'm saying just running backs right now.
Okay, because we are all in agreement that the AFC is tremendously better than NFC. Tremendously better.
I wouldn't say tremendously, but it's better.
It's like
Tremendously though.
tremendously better, dude.
It's not tremendously, but it's better.
When you got the Miami Dolphins playing in the wild card last year, a potential Super Bowl favorite this year,
Right.
this night,
When you got the Steelers, the Bengals, when you got the whole AFC, East.
y'all hear that Mac Jones can was on the
Shocked.
trade block?
Yeah, because Bill Belichick is
Is
not
out.
so great of a coach without Tom Brady.
Bill Belichick will be out.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to get rid of Mac before they get rid of Belichick.
I think Belichick's going to leave, and I think, guess what? After this year, Belichick's out, and he goes to the Commanders.
I don't see that happening.
Or hear me out. Think about one of the best defenses of all time.
Okay, I'm
They
thinking
have a
about it.
star-studded linebacker. They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Talking about the Steelers.
No, sir. The New York Giants. Guess who their defense coordinator was?
Bill
Big
Belichick.
Bill Belichick. Now he's gonna come to Miami as defensive coordinator and get another ring on his resume.
I think if he does leave, he's retiring.
No, I do think I think so too. Entirely.
I think after the new ownership in Washington happens, I think they're going to try to make a new move, right? Big splash. They're going to give him the bag.
Bro, there's no need for him to keep coaching if he actually leaves, though.
But I'm sure he wants to keep coaching.
Why, though? He's like 70 and has like almost 10 rings.
Well, when you're in the game for that long, you don't know much else.
Eventually, he's going to have to walk away, though.
I agree with both of y'all. I get what Gio's saying where it's like he still has a passion for the game where he probably wants
He'll
to
always
coach.
have a passion for the game, no matter what.
Yeah. But I also agree with Jake that he's probably gonna retire and he should retire instead of leaving teams.
Right.
Because the only concern is his legacy if he leaves.
Mhm.
He's known as the greatest coach of all time, if not one of,
Right.
or other way around. But like, yeah. And I feel like going to the Commanders and not being competitive could tarnish his legacy.
It could, or it could, like you said, if they're not competitive, he goes over there, makes it competitive, possibly goes deep in the playoffs. Whoever knows what, who, what's Young, right?
Chase Young.
Chase Young, yeah. Who knows what that kid can develop into, especially who knows who their quarterback will be at the time when he goes over there.
Sam Howell. If
Yeah,
you're
they
saying
most
after this
likely-
year, it'll be Sam Howell.
It could help his legacy, like because his legacy is already the best, right? But it could make it even better than anyone else's if he goes heads and makes that a successful franchise.
That's fair, but I just don't see it happening.
All right. Crystal ball on 11:20 p.m. Wednesday, April 5th. I said it here first. Bill Belichick will be the Commanders' head coach.
Nah, he retiring.
I'll say it here first. He goes into Miami's coaching tree.
I'll say it here first. He retires with 6 rings.
Could be.
But do you guys think that this whole Mac Jones situation is affecting his legacy because of how he's handled it and now how he said, like, Mac's a great quarterback, blah, blah, blah. And then he gave him an awful offensive coordinator that should be a defensive coordinator. And now he didn't play good because of that. And he's blaming Mac instead of himself.
I mean, like, I see where you're coming from.
I think it's more on Belichick than it is on Mac, personally.
I agree. But Belichick's brand is that you come here, you play football, you play good.
Yeah.
Don't care about the circumstances. Don't care if I messed up, if you messed up.
Okay, but if you give him a defensive coordinator for an offense coordinator, you're setting him up for failure.
I see Bill Belichick a lot like Conor McGregor.
Such a wild comparison.
I'm like not like trash talk wise, but the demeanor.
That's fair. I do agree with that. He does just expect you to win no matter what. I agree.
And he just don't give up. Sorry. I was watching a lot of Conor McGregor stuff, bro.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't care at all. You're right. But so you don't think it affects his legacy?
Not too much. All
right. Gio, what do you say?
I don't, like Nick said, I don't think anything can ruin his legacy unless he moves franchises, right? I think it's cemented. I don't think we're gonna remember this moment of his legacy. So whatever happens, happens. And like I said, I don't think anything really in the Patriots organization can ruin his legacy.
That's fair. Do you guys think the Patriots should move on from Mac though?
Yeah, 100%.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of Mac Jones personally.
I think like Mac's cool for now,
Right.
but they should be looking to upgrade every single season until
Right. But here's the thing. If they do trade him, who are they getting back? Like, who realistically would trade a great quarterback for Mac Jones?
The Ravens.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah, I could see
Sure.
that. I don't think the Ravens would trade Lamar for Mac Jones, though, personally.
No, it would have to be more than that. But obviously, I think Belichick is so, smart that he'd be able to swindle his way into anything he wants.
That is true. And there has been rumors that Lamar's been linked to the Patriots, so it could happen.
That's right.
Saya does not like that in his division.
It really won't matter, though.
Nah, I mean, Dolphins still win the division no matter what.
Yeah, but can you imagine a division that's got potentially Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa, and Lamar Jackson in it?
And then possibly
there's a Bills quarterback that
the low level Josh Allen, yeah.
Yeah, it's just been someone irrelevant ever since Fitzmagic played there, so
Right.
or since Tyrod brought them to the playoffs. Just some bum quarterback filling in for now.
But Miami in that division will be like the Clippers are to the Lakers. They just don't lose.
moving on from that heartfelt shot. You think they'd have the number of every team in that division? Is what you're saying, or just a certain team?
I'm sorry.
You say they'd have the number of a certain team or every team in that division?
I would say every team. It seems like they got the number on the Jets, obviously.
100%.
Seems like they got the number on the Bills if they have a healthy quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the Patriots, they're so dysfunctional right now. It's ridiculous, especially with a Belichick-led team that I think they're not even a concern, even with Lamar.
I think if they had Lamar, it would be harder, but I still think they'd have their number.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, I would revise that though, personally. The Patriots for history, cannot mess with us.
Right. Yep. As we know.
You know, Miami's always that team that
Mhm.
somehow messes up the Patriots like plans.
Right. Right. So, what
The
else?
Jets,
Yeah.
the
Go ahead.
Jets, we gonna run through the Jets.
Okay.
Buffalo used to have our number.
Right.
Those days are over.
That's right.
To a time.
You have now entered the Tua circle, which is the AFC East.
Facts. Kid's
Hey,
about to get 7 MVPs in a row.
My goodness.
crazy.
And then 10 rings.
My goodness. You said 10 rings? Did you just say 10 rings?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he did.
Starting
The
this year.
only quarterback that can do that, in my opinion, would be Patrick Mahomes.
See, I would say Patty, but he's got to play Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay.
Uh,
But he's Patrick Mahomes. He's one of
Yeah,
a kind.
he'll still beat Tua.
no, I don't think y'all have, like seen. Tua
I've seen,
Tagovailoa could be the best quarterback of all time, the best football player of all time. The
I
best.
love the enthusiasm and the positivity going towards Tua Tagovailoa. I love it. The man head bobbles and snaps every time he's on the field.
Listen, bro. Tua's about to win 10 rings. Skyler's about to win 15.
He's not going to be able to see out of his helmet with how much padding is going to be around his helmet.
Listen, man. Skyler, Tua's going to lead us to 10 chips. Boom. He retires. Skylar Thompson comes in, leads us to 5 more. Skylar Thompson is the greatest to ever go down. Skylar Thompson is the Buddy Boeheim of football.
oh my God.
2 all-time greats to ever touch their sports.
Oh my God.
I just gotta say, it's good to have you back, man. It's really good to have you back. Missing that one episode. As we know, March Madness did happen and might have messed with your brain a little bit to say some of this amazing things, right? But
Amen.
thank you.
Amen.
Hey man,
Hey, man.
I'll give you the Dolphins will still win the division even if Lamar's in it, but they ain't winning 10 chips.
10 in a row. Come on now.
They ain't winning that. They ain't doing that.
With ease.
No.
With ease.
Can I ask you, when was the last time they've won a championship?
1973.
That is exactly right. You're telling me 50 years? They haven't won one. They haven't won one, but they're going to go ahead and win 10.
You want to know the difference?
What is the difference?
They've got Jalen Ramsey and Tua Tagovailoa on the exact same team.
Ooh.
But they had Fitzmagic.
That's cool. Tua still can't keep his head straight.
And guess what? We have the greatest player to ever touch the football field or football in Skylar Thompson.
Oh, I thought you were going back in the day to Marino. But
He's a close third.
So keep dreaming. All right. So before we left off, say I had some horrendous takes about the Dolphins, but that's Nick Saya. That's why we love him. His takes may seem horrendous, but he brings an extra he brings the extra juice to the podcast that we love.
Somehow they always end up becoming right.
I don't know about that because then you have Miami and FAU.
Correct?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. I could bring up 5 more, but for the sake of time, we'll move on. For the sake of time. Huh?
Okay, so you could be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they win in the finals, like you said.
Sacktown and OKC could end up in the conference finals this year.
You're funny. Okay, moving on. Speaking of NBA, the Lakers did look dead in the water at the beginning of the year after starting 2-10 and then being 13th after the trade deadline. LeBron James going down with a torn tendon, looking like the Lakers season was over. And they've jumped all the way up to 7th with potential of being sixth if they beat the Clippers tonight, although that's not looking good right now. But still, moving all the way up to seventh is insane. What do you think changed the most for the Lakers after the trade deadline?
Mo Bamba.
Hasn't played like in a month, so that can't be it.
What you mean?
He played like 2 games, bro.
In those 2 games, he changed the whole culture of the team. And now he's in the faculty, like he's in the arenas, he's in the practice facilities, just working LeBron. You feel me?
Okay.
Motivating AD.
Bro, you know what's
Obama
crazy?
is your leader.
Okay, that's a little bit of a stretch, but you know what's crazy that Mo Bamba was available tonight and still hasn't played.
Hey man, they're just saving them.
No, Darvin Ham's just a bad coach, but moving on. Gio, what do you think changed the most?
I don't know if this is one word or 2 words.
Okay, are you trying to say 2 words or one word?
Well, you know what? I'll just do it 1 word.
Okay.
Is brow. Is the brow
Okay, that's 2 words,
only
but you know,
thing? Yeah,
that
right.
counts as a word.
I was just gonna say brow, but it's the brow, right?
Yes,
So that's the only thing that's changed, really.
that is facts.
I would say instead of street clothes Anthony Davis, we got uniform Anthony Davis going on right now. He's been playing, lights out. He's top 5 player of the league. If he plays like this, been playing phenomenal, keeping you guys in it, right? First time playing back to back, right? It's going, I think, averaging like just about 25 plus in the last like 10 games or something like
This
that.
past week, he averaged 38
Right. Yeah.
on
Ridiculous.
65%.
Right. He was player of the week this past week. And it's because of him where the Lakers are right now. Yes, it's because they got D'Angelo Russell, right? They have the #1 defense after the trade, right? They got a top 3 record, a top 6 record after the trade. But it is because of the brow why they are in this position.
I do agree. I'm a Lakers fan, as you guys know, and I do 100% agree with that. Anthony Davis, after LeBron went down, Anthony Davis, I don't know what is going on over there, but Anthony Davis put the team on his back after LeBron James went down, said, I got y'all. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell is a big help when he plays. So is Jared Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves. But if Anthony Davis plays like this and drops 30 on a consistent basis, the Lakers will be a very hard team to beat as long as they continue to get the chemistry clicking.
Obama. I still believe he was that factor that changed the entire season.
He's
right.
only known for a rap song.
False.
Hey, man, it's a great song. It's a great song.
I'm just playing. He is a great player, but at the same time, if he's not being played, it's because Vanderbilt takes his spot. It's because Anthony Davis takes his spot, right? Those 2 players alone are better than he is, and especially Vanderbilt, the way he's been playing after this trade,
Absolutely.
the defense, the shooting, he's been available, right? Next man up mentality, and he's been great.
Absolutely. But yeah, as you said, Anthony Davis is definitely the main reason why we've turned it around. And if he can stay healthy, fingers crossed, knock on wood, knowing his history, it's going to be scary in the playoffs if we do indeed make it.
Bro, there's no way LeBron's healthy though.
No, LeBron's not. No, bro. LeBron's, I'd say he's 70% maybe.
Right.
Yeah,
If that, although he did get 37 points last night.
Exactly. Dropping 37 on a 70% foot. Come on.
That's all you need, honestly. You don't need him because here's the thing. Anthony Davis, I would be confident in Anthony Davis winning you 1 round. If you have LeBron James, no matter what kind of LeBron James, how can you not argue them going to the championship?
You can't. We have a chance.
You always have a chance with LeBron James. When in the past 2 decades have we seen a healthy LeBron James team not make the finals?
When was the last time?
When was the
When was
last
the
time?
last time we saw LeBron James play De'Aaron Fox in the playoffs?
Bro, Lakers in 6.
Or
Get
Shai
out of here with
Gilgeous
that.
Alexander's?
Get.
I'm just
Lakers
saying.
in 6.
Can I ask you one question, Nick?
Kings in 4.
Lakers in 6.
Can I ask you
Kings
one
in
question?
4.
Kings have no shot. I'm sorry. They have no
Kings
shot.
in 4.
No shot.
Can I ask you one
Bonus ball
question?
lock up. AD.
Bro, they have no shot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just we'll put in statistics. We'll make it, logical for Nick.
Anthony Davis will drop
No,
30
I
a game.
understand. I understand that De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, they're gonna put it away in 4.
You're funny. That's a good joke.
Here's the statistical analysis on this. When was what happened the last time the Lakers had the number 1 defense in the league?
We
Which
won the
is
championship.
right now.
You should know. Remember 2020? Yeah.
Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it
When was
easy.
the last time they had run into De'Aaron Fox to get that?
I'm not worried about the Kings.
Can I ask you, what is their defense efficiency? What is the Kings' defensive efficiency? Do they
I'm
have
not a
defense?
fan like that, bro.
Okay. Let's talk about it like this.
I just like swiper.
Okay, that's fine. Let's just talk about it like this though.
But defense.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What's their defense like?
Well,
Defense. How's their defense? I'll pull
Swiper's
it
got
up.
good defense.
Okay,
Non-existent.
that's one player. The whole team needs to play defense.
The whole Kings defense is non-existent. The Lakers have the number 1 defense in the league, and they have top 6 offenses in the league as post the trade. You can't deny the statistics that the Lakers are just evidently better than the Kings.
You can't deny AD's health history.
That's the only way the Kings have a shot. Only way.
Right.
If Anthony Davis gets hurt.
And I 100% agree. Knock on wood, that does not happen. But Anthony Davis, post the trade deadline, has been playing, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, but say it is right though. He does have a history of getting hurt in the playoffs. Let's be honest.
But nah, that's not gonna happen. And Swiper still finna put in that work.
But can I still ask you though? When was the last time the Kings made the playoffs?
It was like 22 years ago type thing. I think.
Exactly. And what happened with it? What usually happens with inexperienced teams in the playoffs?
That's right.
I'm just saying, there's a reason they're the 3rd seed right now.
Okay, yes, there is.
It is.
And they do deserve a bunch more credit than they're getting. But you saying they're going to sweep us is crazy.
But their offense is phenomenal. But when you run into the number 1 defense, usually defense wins that scenario.
Who's guarding De'Aaron Fox?
Jared Vanderbilt.
Not worried about that. Swiper's got that all day.
You're funny.
Okay.
Who's guarding Sabonis?
At the same time,
Anthony Davis was locking up Sabonis.
Sabonis not put that work in.
They're
team
crazy.
defense on the Lakers is substantially better than the Kings' defense, and I believe the Lakers' offense will carry over the Kings' defense.
I agree.
Now when Davion Mitchell clamping up LeBron.
Oh my God, Davion Mitchell's
With his
getting
five-
dunked on. Davion Mitchell's getting dunked on. What do you mean?
But LeBron doesn't need to perform. LeBron does not need to. He just needs to show up. Anthony
You know why?
Davis is the one that needs to perform.
Domantas Sabonis can't guard AD.
Right.
He has
And
no
Anthony-
defense. He has no defense. Not worried about it? You're not worried about AD dropping 40 a night?
He can drop 40. The rest of your team's going to drop 6.
Oh
So
my God.
what happens to Austin Reeves?
So
Austin Reeves has turned into a bucket
exactly.
post-trade deadline.
He's got to deal with De'Aaron Fox running.
Okay, what happens if Beasley
De'Aaron
starts
Fox isn't a good
catching on
defender.
fire?
De'Aaron Fox is a good defender.
What happens if D'Lo is healthy?
He's not going to
and
stop Reeves like that, though.
puts up number?
Crazy. You like Reeves is like even on Jordan Poole's level. He's not even close to Jordan Poole.
That's a good question.
Come
he's
on
not
now.
He's not even with Caleb Martin.
Oh my God, bro. I gotta go.
Bro,
I'm
Yeah, you're
just
right. He's 10 times better than Caleb Martin. You're right.
Caleb Martin, I would say is better.
You're crazy.
all I'm saying is the depth on the Lakers is ridiculous. You have Rui Hachimura, who can go off at any point and any night. You have Malik Beasley, who's a bucket any given night. Anthony Davis is consistently going to drop top 5 player numbers.
Playoff LeBron is going to drop at least 25.
You got LeBron James. LeBron James in the playoffs. When has he lost with a healthy team? He has not lost in the past 2 decades. Unless it's in the finals, of course. but he has made it to the finals with a healthy team
In the East.
and in the West.
Yeah.
Okay, you count.
Remember
Like,
Bubble
2020?
don't count, so we're just gonna
Oh my
disregard
God! Don't
the
go
bubble
there.
championship. We're gonna
Don't
disregard.
turn one of those people. Don't do that.
no, I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying all that.
So
But
Tyler,
they didn't have to go through a 2023 Sacramento
No
Kings
one is
team.
scared of the Kings.
no, you're right.
Okay.
They just had to go through,
Oh,
probably
we
the
go
best
through-
version of Jamal Murray.
And then we had
And
to go
Jokic.
through, Harden and Russ, and then obviously Jimmy.
Don't forget that Nuggets team is ridiculous. Jamal Murray, you had Jeremy Grant on that team, right? Jokic,
You know what
obviously.
happened? 4-1. Wasn't even a series.
Hey man, maybe y'all beat the Kings somehow. Somehow y'all don't get swept by the Kings.
It's not somehow. We're not going to.
Y'all still
But-
gonna have to run into them OKC boys at some point.
I would say that
OKC's going to bounce in the first round.
the Grizzlies,
OKC's winning it all.
Okay, you're
you would
funny.
have to face the Grizzlies in the second round, which would be very difficult, especially if the Grizzlies do gain momentum after the first round.
Well, it's going to be Grizzlies or Suns, depending on what seed we are.
I say if you guys do come back, which it might look like it's going to be a closer game than we expected in the fourth quarter.
Right.
If that is the case, you guys do win this game, and you guys do have to play the Sacramento Kings.
If we're the sixth, don't we have to play the Suns in the second round?
Sacramento, I believe, is the third seed,
Third.
right?
Yes.
So that's who you would have to play the first round.
I know. I'm saying second round. Wouldn't we have to play the Suns if we win?
Isn't it the second or seventh seed?
I don't know. How does it work?
I think the one would have to play the 4 and the 5, whoever wins that series, because it's
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
So you guys would have to play the Grizzlies if they do win the series, which most likely would be the case.
Right. And you know what's crazy? If we do get sixth and the Clippers somehow end up in seventh and beat the Grizzlies, we might have a LA playoff battle.
And I would have to say
Number one.
I have the Clippers winning that if Paul George comes back healthy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate to say it, but I would too because they just have our number. I don't know what it is, but they just have.
And especially if Paul George comes back healthy, Kawhi Leonard's in the playoff form, right? You never know what, Norman Powell's doing. You never know what Plumlee's doing. Terrence Mann, they got a great team. And they're no slouch when they have a healthy team.
That's fair.
Russell Westbrook.
Exactly. What is he doing tonight?
He has 12.
Hey man,
That's it. But that was 12 first half points.
Yeah, he hasn't scored in the second half.
Okay. We'll see what happens. All I know, Russ is going to post with someone for the game-winning shot.
Nah, you're funny.
I'm talking playoff Russ.
Playoff Russ is
Playing his old team.
yeah. Playoff Russ and the Thunder is crazy, but not anymore.
Sir.
Not anymore.
Sir.
Not anymore. You both overhype Russ too much right now.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
How is that overhyping him?
I'm just saying you guys overcredit him. You don't he's not the same player he once was, and you think he is, I feel like.
Hey man, he's that guy.
He doesn't
not
have
anymore.
to be. He doesn't not have to be the average, a triple-double Russell Westbrook.
No, I know, but you still act like he can get 30 any given night.
Which he did the other night.
Okay, he got it once in like 18 games. He used to do that every night.
Okay, but that's not consistently every night. That's in any given night. Any given night, Russell Westbrook can put up 30.
I still don't see it
when
happening.
that night's gonna happen, nobody knows, but it can happen.
It can, but I just don't see it happening enough to make them championship contenders, in my opinion.
Then again, right? When are you gonna see Drew Holiday put up 50?
I mean, he just did against the Pacers.
One time, right?
I'd say there's definitely been more than once, but like in recent history, it was against the Pacers.
Right, but I'm saying like one time we've seen him recently. Like he's
Right.
not gonna do that in the playoffs, So I don't know. He's gonna be great. He's just great, man. He's got that Rodman energy where he's gonna give you everything he's got.
I don't know. I still think the Clippers are going to come up short, but we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about Russ, bro.
There's the claw. The claw.
I'm not worried about the Clippers.
You're not worried about the claw?
Obviously, I'm worried about the claw, but I'm not worried about Russ.
Hey man, wait till he's baby carried over.
He ain't baby nobody.
Well,
But
Your team got a team full of babies. You gonna baby LeBron?
you're funny. LeBron
So
gonna
I'll
block
put
that.
his pause.
LeBron gonna block that.
I had to pause my thought. What I was about to say.
All right. But getting back on topic, uh, yeah, it will. I do think the Kings do deserve more credit than they are getting, though. If we're going to be honest, they deserve a lot more credit because
I think they have a lot of credit.
no one's really talking about it, to be honest.
Well, that's
They're top
because
three.
And they're top three after being like 11th last year, 11th, 12th.
With the 22-year playoff drought ending too.
Right.
Exactly. And they're
And
Pacific Division champs. They won their division for the first time in like 50 years.
that is
Like, no one's
Credit-
talking about them. I think they deserve more credit personally.
I think the most disrespected team is the 76ers.
That's because they don't do anything in the playoffs. They have no history of doing anything in the playoffs, and it's not going to be
Okay,
different.
when Sacramento has no history. Yes, they did. They won the division. Congratulations. You want a participation trophy?
Cool. Who
Or
has
get
championships?
playoffs?
Sacramento has championships, though.
I
So do
think
the 76ers. Julius
yeah, but
Erving.
the difference is Philly does this. They're
Exactly.
a
They
top
do
three
it
team.
every year. They win in the regular season, nothing in the playoffs. It's not going to change.
This is
But
the first time in
they're
22 years.
but I'm trying to give you the comparison of two number 3 seeds, right?
Okay, but
Two
I
3
feel like
seed.
no one talks about the Sixers because of the fact that they never show up in the playoffs, and people just expect that now.
But the 76ers are a better team than the
Yeah,
Sacramento.
they are a better team, but in the playoffs, they won't show it.
But also, it's like for the past 5 years, they've been the top three seed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like people know this. Like they have everyone's respect to where we don't have to talk about it.
Right.
To where Sacktown went from missing the playoffs 22 straight years to now
Right,
being a
right.
3 seed in the West right now.
Okay, and
Exactly.
congratulations to them. We got to see them win the playoffs.
Okay. We got to see the
No,
Sixers win in the playoffs too, though.
Were people talking about the Grizzlies when they were the 8 seed or the 7 seed, and then they
Last
came
year,
in?
yes.
Not last. No, that was not last year. They were the number 2 seed last year.
Yeah, they
and they
were
got
because
talked
of
about
Ja.
more than the Kings.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Are
the
getting talked
first
about
year
right
they
now?
went into the playoffs.
Yes,
with
they
Ja
were
Morant.
talked about.
No,
They weren't talked about nearly enough.
why? They were a 7th and 8th seed.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's the exact same team we have now. I'm saying you got to be consistent. They're getting a lot of chatter now because of how consistent they are, and obviously all the narratives. But the Grizzlies earned everyone's respect. What has Sacramento done to earn everyone saying, "Hey, man, Sacramento's going to be a threat in the playoffs"?
Ending a
They're a top
22-year
3 seed in
playoff
the
drought
West.
earns respect.
How can they earn respect if they haven't done anything in the playoffs yet?
I don't even care about playoff talk.
We're talking about regular
Give
season,
them
bro.
their credit for being a playoff team.
No one expected them to be in the position they're in. Let's think about it. Nobody.
Exactly.
So
Congratulations.
they deserve the credit they get. They
They're
deserve the
getting
credit.
no publicity at all.
Well, they're the Sacramento Kings.
Who-
They
They need
deserve
more
more credit.
credit.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't hear anyone talking about the Cavs nearly as much as they should. Donovan Mitchell's
talking
been
about every
averaging
day.
40
What
in
do
the
you
last
mean?
6 games. Where's
Cavs are talking about every
being
day.
talked about?
What seed are the Cavs right now?
They're the 4.
Exactly.
And they get more
People
talk
expected them to be
than
there.
the Kings were the 3 in the West.
And the Cavs, let's not even go East and West because we all know the top 4 or 5 teams in the East are better than the top 3 or 4 teams in the West.
No, I'm just saying they're a top 3 team
Yeah,
in their
congratulations.
conference.
You want them to be yes, everyone should congratulate them for making the playoffs, right? Yes.
Correct.
22-year drought is incredible. Congratulations on turning around a program that no one else thought could be turned around at least in a snap like they did. Harrison Barnes, Sabonis, Darren Fox, Mitchell, they're all great. But I think the heads are turning now towards the playoffs, where if you want to be talked about for playoffs, you got to have consistency. Whereas the Grizzlies have 3 years of consistency right now. We all know LeBron James in consistency, the Warriors in consistency, Jokic in consistency. Everyone's there.
Oh, I think they deserve the credit for just making the playoffs. No one expected them to.
I just said yes, the 22-year drought. Give them credit. Now it's turning to playoff talk. It's over. The regular season's over.
Okay, but what's crazy to me
Is
is
no one
we
was
sat
talking about it
here,
before?
huh?
That no one was talking about it before?
No one was.
Right. That is crazy. That is
Like
pretty
main
crazy.
publicity. But
Right.
also, we're sitting here talking about the Lakers sliding up to the 6th seed to play the 3-seeded Kings.
Right. And that's the thing, is because we know the consistency of LeBron James. We don't know anything in the playoffs with this Kings team. If they were there before and they won one series, then we would be talking about it more.
I'm just okay. I get what you're saying from a playoff standpoint.
Right.
Like, no more jokes right now. It's like genuinely serious.
Yeah.
Like the Kings they're not winning the series.
Right.
But give them the credit for being in the
Exactly.
playoffs in the top 3
Oh, for
seed.
sure.
That's
Being a third
all.
seed. Yeah, for sure.
Like I just need the NBA to acknowledge that. Like, and the sports media needs to acknowledge that.
Right. And let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, the Lakers are talked about so much more than multiple teams than they should be. Like, even when we were 13th, we were talking about LeBron James, Anthony Davis. They're always talked about. It's because it's in LA. It's about showbiz. It's not about like respect or anything. Let's be honest. The media doesn't care about that. They care about money. And who's bringing the most money.
They talk about like the Mavericks more than the Kings. Like,
It's because
I get it. Like, they're trying to slide into the playoffs, but
let's put another organization in there. How many times have the Spurs, when they were amazing, been talked about?
yeah, they weren't talked about much.
Not much. Everyone was like, yeah, they're a sleeper team, and they've always made it past all the rounds going
until
to
it was the finals, they really weren't talked about.
Right.
And that's what the Kings are going to be.
We'll hope. I love Darren Fox. he what Super Saiyan form should we expect to see Darren Fox in the playoffs?
I don't know many Super Saiyan forms, but I'm going to say Super Saiyan God.
All right. I don't know. I thought they were just numbers like 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm gonna do the blue haired Super Saiyan, because that's above the yellow, I would say. So blue
might be redhead.
Yeah. If they win the series, it's gonna be because of him.
It will be because of him. Yes, I agree. But we'll see what happens. They do deserve more credit, though, and that's just the bottom line. But anything else y'all want to add before we wrap up?
Oh, there is numbers to it, too. I don't know that.
All right, Gio, you got a segment?
Do I have a segment? There's been rumors going around that Travis Scott's is supposed to be releasing, I believe, next week on the 14th or something like that. So for Travis Scott, everyone knows that's, one of the most hyped up sneakers every single time it drops. So be on the lookout for Travis Scott to be dropping next week.
Bro, I hope it's like a weird type of colorway. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's like a bright colored shoe.
Oh, I love I call it sky blue. The 4s, when he first came out with the 4s, the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to look out for those. In the video game world, I did end up getting MLB The Show. Definitely a great game. Even if you're not a baseball fan, it's still a fun game. So I definitely check it out if you were into those type of games.
and for the song, it's a song on MLB The Show. Sorry, Nick said is very biased, but shout out Juice World, The Light. Phenomenal song, I think. You don't miss.
That is facts. All right. Thanks for watching. See y'all in the next one.
You. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let Gio know he was tripping about how much credit Sacramento should get. And make sure to, Gio.
Hey guys, like three wise men once said, subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.